What's up? Welcome back to another episode. And guys, this is my first time doing a part two because the last time that we did this episode, it literally went crazy. I'm talking about like 7,000 views in like 24 hours. And you should already know what it's about. It's about AI. Now, AI is going crazy right now. You see it being plastered all over the internet. But I have the opportunity to bring back the best person when it comes to not only talking about AI, but have the opportunity to show you how to make money with AI. Because listen, there's a lot of tools out there which can be overwhelming with people, but not a lot of people like the person that I'm going to bring in front of you again is going to have the opportunity to show you how to make money with AI. So this is going to be another masterclass, and this is going to be a part two with none other than the voice of AI, Edwina. Come on, girl. Come on. Let me get you up here. Let's get the people here. Let's get it going. What do you gotta say? Last
Let's
episode we did
go.
was crazy. People was loving it. They was like, I need more. They was like, I need more. So it's an honor to be able to bring you back and give the people more. But what do you guys say before we go get the people more? Talk to me.
Absolutely. Well, first off, we're in one of the biggest wealth transfers in history.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we definitely had to do a part two because we want to not just like get people inspired. We don't want to get people motivated. But we want to actually be able to give people the keys to be able to have a piece of this pie. We don't want to get anybody left out. So thank you so much for bringing me back to the table because we want to invite more people to the table. The truth is that with AI, you could do so much things, and I want to break it down super simple so that it doesn't matter where you are at right now. You're going to be able to learn the skill set to be able to not just start tomorrow or in a month or 6 months from now or when New Year's comes around, but you can start today.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And what I want to do is with this episode, I want to show them how to monetize with AI. I think like last episode was super crazy. Like you inform people, especially like with the AI twins and the digital products. Like with this masterclass, I want people to be able to leave and be like, yo, she gave me a blueprint on how I could go make some money. So I want to know. I want to get your permission. Can we give the people a masterclass on how to go monetize with AI today? That's the goal.
Absolutely. If I can be transparent, to be honest, like everybody that's tuning in, we're at a certain age in life where we don't have time to be doing things that are just like a quote unquote hobby. We have to
Mm,
make sure that everything is making us money. And I'm just being sincere and transparent. We don't have time to just talk about things. So, yes, bring me on. Let's look at leveling everybody up so they can actually be able to make money because that is honestly, that is where we're at with a lot of the individuals that are watching this. We don't have time just to be talking and be inspired. We want to be able to now level up and have the keys to be successful. So let's go.
I love it. I love it. I like how it's just so direct. Like, you know what I mean? This is what you call a masterclass. You like, hey, can we do this? And she's like, yes, go ahead, let's do it. So like me, I personally believe that I see you create digital products and leveraging AI to do it, and I feel like we are in a time right now where people can actually move faster and get to the income faster. So I don't want to just talk about this the amount of money that they can make because we're gonna get into showing them how they can make the money, but just give me an overview of what it looks like when you combine digital products with AI before we go into this demonstration of what people got to see because I don't really know if they understand how powerful or how lucrative the landscape could be if they use these tools the right way.
Absolutely. So let's just like go back in history because I love to look at history, which if we look like 5, 10 years back, you would need to have a full team. You would actually need to find an expert within that
Mhm.
particular industry that you're in. You would also need to have a budget. You would need to find somebody with years of experience to be able to like create digital products, right? It was actually housed, like the blueprint, the strategy was all housed with certain experts, right? So if we fast forward, like I said, go back 5, 10 years ago to create a digital product, you would have had to at least have 1,000 to sometimes up to $15,000 to be able to execute on what I'm about to show you today. So here's what's possible, right? It's not talking about, okay, what is potentially possible. I am talking about what is potential, like what is actual possible right now in 2025 is that you don't need a team. right? There's a man, his name is Sam Altman. He is the founder of OpenAI. He said something that caught my attention. He said that we're about to witness the most millionaires and billionaires of our time. And that caught my attention. And I went down a whole rabbit hole and I actually learned that you could become a millionaire with AI by figuring out how to be able to implement what I'm about to show you, how to be able to talk to these machines, because at the end of the day, it is a machine, but you could be able to do things that you've never been able to do before. You don't need a full team. You don't even need a budget, to be honest. You can start from zero, right? You could start from anywhere you are. And you don't need a whole lot of years of experience anymore. What's possible is you could take ChatGPT, aka my husband, right? You could take ChatGPT, you can take all these tools and create digital products. You can create frameworks, you can create templates, right? You don't have to look to your left or look to your right. You could become the blueprint right now just by number one, executing and learning. So it's not a technical thing anymore. It's not a tech problem. It's not you saying, oh, I don't have the skills to do it. They've made these tools so easy to use that anyone, even my, to be honest, even my son knows how to use these tools. So if he could do it, you could do it too.
Wow, wow, wow. I love just the place that we are in with AI. I know for some people it feels so very, very scary. That's why I'm glad that we're having this part to it, this masterclass, because you are actually going to show people how they could get started today. So, Edwina, I'm not going to stand in your way. I know that these people that's watching right now are like, we want to get to the coins, like we want to monetize with AI, and I don't feel like it's a person better than you that can show them. So here's what we're gonna do. I think you said you was gonna share your screen or something. So I'm gonna completely get out your way. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thing, but I will pop in and ask some questions, right? Because like guys, I'm a student too. Like the thing about these master classes, not only do I get to have experts in the field come show you guys, but I get to be a fly on the wall and I get to ask the questions that you guys want to know. So Edwina, I'm gonna let you share your screen. It should be up right now. Let's go ahead and get it where it needs to be. Cool. I'm gonna just be here, a fly on the wall. I'm gonna pop back in and ask some questions though, because I'm gonna look and I know that the people got some questions. I'm gonna ask you the questions, but I'm gonna let you do your thing. So tell us what you got pulled up and what we about to get into.
Absolutely. So if this is the first time you're seeing this, this is ChatGPT, and I'm going to be working off of the Model 5. Right now, the interface, like I said, is so simple to use that anyone could be able to build and build things and create things that we've never been able to do before. So what I'm going to show you really quick is just an example of how you could build a digital product, right? That could be an ebook, right? But to be honest, this same framework that I'm about to show you could build any digital product. But for this example, we'll build an ebook together. So in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact prompts that take you from idea, because a lot of people are stuck in ideation where you have these great ideas, but you don't know if it's going to be a solid idea or not. So I'm going to show you how to go from idea and into a full blown digital product ready to sell, right? And you can literally copy and paste these into any AI tools. The greatest things that is what I've done is I've came up with universal prompts that you can not just use in ChatGPT, but you can also use in Claude, Gemini, right? So at the end of it, you're going to be able to have something that you could package and monetize on, which is super exciting. And we're about to do this, like legit put that timer on up there, 15 minutes. And I'm going to show you step number one, where again, we go from first, we need ideas, right? We need to be able to come up with, okay, what is a great idea? And I'm going to be leveraging ChatGPT for this part. I'm going to tell ChatGPT what my skills are, what my interests are, and I'm going to ask it for 10 product ideas, right? That's able to actually solve real problems. So we're going to look at price points, the formats, and even a comparison chart based off of the prompt that I'm about to put in. And I always say this, guys, prompting is king. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy a quick prompt here that I put together. I'm just going to copy that and I'm going to share it here on my screen. System's a little bit slow today, but we're going to go through. Here we go. So what we're doing here is, first thing is with the prompt, you're going to say that it is an expert product strategist. I wanted to create a digital product that could sell between $17 to $97, and my interest skills are include. So I'm just going to make something up here as we go along. So in these brackets, what I'm going to do is put fitness, trainer. And what it's going to do is it's going to generate us 5 highly specific product ideas. And for each one, it's going to give us the exact problem it solves, the target audience, the product format, which is either, is it going to give us a template, guide, prompts, course, planner? Because technically, like I said, a digital planner, you could, a digital product, you could literally have different formats. It's going to give us the suggested price point as well, a one sentence pitch showing why it would sell well right now. And at the end of it, it's going to give us a comparison table ranking all of these 5 ideas, right? So the biggest thing is that if you're, and I just want to pause, if you're not prompting like this, then I always say trash in is trash out. So everything is built about around great prompts. And believe it or not, if you don't know how to prompt, to take a step back, you can actually ask ChatGPT to give you a good prompt for what you're trying to achieve. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this arrow sign. And again, if this is your first time seeing this interface, very, very easy to use, the way that they've actually built ChatGPT. Once I hit go, as you can see, it starts doing its thing, and it's coming up with everything that we've asked it to do. Perfect. So let's look through the results right now. So remember that I told it that I'm a fitness trainer. So all of the digital products is going to be in alignment to that. And keep in mind that you can literally put whatever you want to put in there, right? A lot of you guys have $1 million, $1 billion ideas in your brain, but you don't know how to execute and how to be able to kind of go to market with all of these ideas you have. So what ChatGPT does now, it takes that stagnant ideation where you're going back and forth and going off of what I say gut feeling, which this could resonate with a lot of people because maybe you're like, oh, I have a gut feeling about that. But we don't need to go off a gut feeling anymore. We have access to, like I said, ChatGPT that's able to give us things and quick creations, and it gives us concrete ideas on what's going to be good to go to market because it does the research for us. So as you can see, this is the options that it's come up with right here. Okay, so I'll just read one of them here. It says the fitness content starter kit for coaches. Problem it solves, right? That was in the prompt. Target audience, right? This is who we're going after. The format, which is crucial, it's telling us now what is the best format to actually plug this into. And then it also gives us the pitch, which is amazing because a lot of people get stuck on how am I actually going to sell this product. So within that one prompt, as you can see, we are becoming highly successful, and it's only been 60 seconds here, as you can see, right? So underneath that, which is even a next level up, is it's giving us a table now telling us, ranking it by scoring it, which is the best one to go to market to, right? Because as you can see, these are all amazing ideas, but to take it a step further now is we're now saying, okay, ChatGPT, aka whatever you call ChatGPT, which one is going to be a solid one to go to the market for. And for me personally, everything has to make money and aka has to make sense. So I always like to look at the revenue potential because the ease of creating it, we're going to get ChatGPT honestly to do that for us. But the revenue potential is where I love to highlight. So if you're working through this with me right now and you're looking through this, I love to pause and be like, okay, the revenue potential looks like it's going to be the hybrid trainer blueprint. So what I'm doing is going back up to what it's given us, which is right here, to read through it really quick. And the price point is $97, which is a great low ticket entry to the marketplace. And underneath it, I just want to be clear, sometimes with ChatGPT, it is very solution based. I don't know if you ever had that friend that you can call and they're always giving you a solution. That's the same thing like ChatGPT. It will never see you going through a problem and not try to help you. So what I love to do is take control of the conversation with ChatGPT, because if you don't, it is going to go off in a spiral and try to control the direction of what's happening here, right? So GPT is a man full of next steps and solutions, right? But what we want to do, like I said, is we want to control the direction here. So it doesn't kind of bring us in the direction it wants us to. So what we're going to do is based off of the revenue that it's the revenue potential, we know the top one, but now we're actually going to just make sure that we're making the right decision. So I'm going to actually ask ChatGPT to choose the top 2 picks. Okay, so once I do that, it's going to review everything for us. And based off of the top 2, as you can see, it's giving us the hybrid trainer blueprint. And then it's also giving us the meal plan monetizer, which is $77. So technically, both of these are great opportunities. And at the end, there's a summary, right? It says short-term income. We can do the meal plan monetizer. It's faster to build, strong appeal, and lower refund risk, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to sell a product and then have clients come back to you asking for a refund. So the other one that it chose is long-term brand growth. It's the hybrid trainer blueprint, right? And I'm just, even though it's giving us this information, I really want you to look at just the framework of how it's actually connecting to us and how it's giving us really the direction to go. So again, going back is no longer going off of gut feeling, but now we're going off of, okay, we're getting actual real information, real guidance, right, on what steps to take. So as you can see at the end, it's now saying, do you want us to map out a funnel? At this time, we're not going to go down that route, right? What we want to do right now is we've gotten the green light to these are the 2 steps. But to be honest, for me, that's not enough to just have an idea. We need proof that people will actually buy it. So the next prompt is going to get GPT to act like a market analysis, right? It's going to be able to pull examples, it's going to be able to pull price points and the ranges to also be able to validate the market for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to stick in my second prompt. So again, we're going from ideation, right? And we're going all the way down to going right to the market. So we know that we want to go with the hybrid trainer blueprint. So I'm just going to highlight that and I'm going to stick that in the brackets right here. Going to grab that prompt again, dropping the prompt, grabbing the title that we're going with, and I'm going to stick it in the brackets. Perfect. So remember now the step that we're on is validating, right? So I'm going to hit go. And now it's going to validate the market for us to make sure that we're going in the right direction. So in hindsight, essentially what's happening here is before ChatGPT, we would be stuck on trying to figure things out ourselves, maybe going to google.com, maybe picking up on the phone to ask a friend what their opinion is. We no longer have to do that now. What ChatGPT is doing, it is now giving us a concrete direction to be able to make money. So when we go back and we say, oh, could you become a millionaire with AI? Absolutely. Most people are only using AI to 1% of its ability. A lot of people that know truly about ChatGPT and AI know that you can build titans out of AI. So I just wanted us to just see how fast it's ran and done that market research for us. So what it's done is it's done a quick market scan for us, right? And it's validating the fact that should we actually go with the hybrid trainer blueprint. And as you can see, ChatGPT loves to give us resources. So it's actually pulling from other successful products that are very similar to the idea that we've come up with, right? And if we look at the takeaway, it actually shows us what is currently active right now in the market. And it's telling us where competitors are sitting, right? It's one thing to do the market research, but within that prompt, I said, take it a step further. Tell me what my competitors are doing. So what it's done, it's done the research and it's saying that pretty much that we are good to go. We are actually leaving money on the table because most of our competitors are selling something very similar to what we're actually offering for $97, right? So the beautiful thing is I don't want us to get stuck in the weeds of, okay, this is for fitness. Remember in the beginning, I said that you could literally flip out those brackets to be able to build in your actual industry, right? A lot of people right now are running to become AI experts, which is fantastic, but not realizing that I don't recommend leaving your actual industry. What I recommend is becoming AI empowered, right? Being able to use these prompts to be able to set yourself apart. Any questions, Runway?
Oh man, I can't lie. Like you were at you like you got my mind blown right now. If I'm being honest, I'm gonna just take this screen down real quick. You got my mind blown to be honest, because I was like, okay, cool. She showed us how to make the product. She showed us how to validate the product. And like now, again, like we going from like literally idea to income. Like this is crazy. I didn't even know that you could go do market research on ChatGPT, right? Like again, like you said, like we had to phone a friend, we had to go on Google Trends like to validate the offer. And now you just gave them a simple prompt to go in and just really do that. And we only about 15 minutes in, like, you know what I mean? Not even 15 minutes in, like you said, like this is crazy. Okay. So one of the questions that I do have here from the background is like, okay, cool. You said that money was left on the table, which I feel like was a big thing. And like that was one of the questions that people had was like, okay, cool. You show me how to make the product, but how do I know if there are other opportunities for us to make money? And you kind of explain that, but if you want to dive deeper, that would be amazing.
Yeah, sure. So, like, one of the biggest things is the entry to the marketplace, right? It's one thing to go to the marketplace with the product, but it's another thing to actually have ChatGPT do the research for you to tell us what our competitors are doing, which is huge. So, the biggest thing is originally you have to keep in mind is that we were asking ChatGPT how could we get to the market really quick, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that we have to realize like, okay, there's two options, right? And it actually gave us one for $77 if you remember. And so
yeah.
you could literally choose, but we are looking to monetize really quick, right? So what it's doing is it's taking what other people are charging online, and
Hmm.
they may have different packaging, right? They may
Right.
have different delivery systems that's happening, but we're not getting in the weeds, right? What we want to do is
Mm,
we want to go from ideation to being able to have a ready to sell product. If you want, you can always take a step back and be like, okay, how could I get it to kind of be in alignment with my competitors, right? How could I actually go in and have higher margins? But the biggest thing is like for me personally, the biggest thing I face with people is they want to be super perfect, right? They want
mm,
to they a lot of the times they're sitting on their idea because they're hesitant. They have anxiety attacks because they don't know how the market is going to actually
hmm.
take the
Yep.
product, right? But what I'm saying to you is we don't have time now to sit in these emotional, right? And in these
Yeah.
emotional, what I call it, cash barriers. What we're saying, okay, this is what the competitors are doing, which is fantastic. That means we're in alignment, but let's get to the market quick. And what we can do is even after 30 days, after 60 days, we analyze how the market's doing with our product, and we can always increase the product. But what I'm saying is we got to get to the money quick.
We got
And
to.
in order, right? I'm not going to tell somebody to get stuck on like it's a $97 product versus a 199 product. Like
Yep.
right now, the money's mathing. So just go to the market with what you have. You can always be able to, level up the product, charge more. But we're looking at how do we get that product to be concrete and fast to implement, right? Because
I
a lot of
love
people getting stuck in
I
the
love it.
weeds.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love the fact that you are putting them in a position where they are cutting out all the excuses to go to the marketplace. One, your idea is there, product is created. You know, you got your whole outline with market validation. Like, go and get some sales first before you start worrying about being perfect and all. Let's go actually use the validation that ChatGPT gave you, and let's go put it to work. Let's go make some income, and then we could go back and put that, those tweaks and those changes that we want to make that product better. Another question that a person had in the background while you were going through it was, okay, what is the best platform that we go and we monetize this thing on? They did the market validation, they created their product, but now what platform do they sell it on? What would be your recommendations and why?
Absolutely. So, ebooks, templates, calendars, the best thing to do is to go onto a platform called Gumroad. Right now, that is super hot and trending. And depending on the type of product you're offering, Gumroad could host digital ebooks, right? Because we're building a digital product. So I always like to go to hosting platforms that allow digital products. So Gumroad is very, very quick and easy. There's also Standstore and Beacons.ai. Those are the top three. Back in the day, there used to be that link tree where you have the links, but now what's taken place is the link in your bio no longer becomes just a link full of links, right? But you could actually change your link in your bio to be an actual digital store, a digital storefront, just like as an example, Amazon, right? So those are the three platforms. If you are ready to go and start making money, there's no thinking anymore. All you got to do is follow the framework. You go through what I showed you. You get Gumroad up, you get Standstore up, you get Beacons.ai up, and you actually analyze which one is the one you're most comfortable with, right? The one that could really truly represent your brand on a different level. But if you really want to get just one, if you're saying, okay, Edwina, I know you gave us three, which one is your top one? I'm going to say Gumroad. When I first started in digital sales and I was doing digital ebooks, Gumroad it was easy to go to market because you can customize the landing page, you can create your brand colors, you can have your logo on there. And number one, once they purchase it, everything is automated with Gumroad. They get an email or they get a link right after that. They could download your product. It's a win-win situation. You get the money in your account right away. And guess what? They get the digital product that they were looking for.
Ooh, I love that. I love it. This is sounding like AI monetization to my ears. You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. You pushing people to the market fast, helping them validate they offer, and just gave them not one, not two, but three platforms that they could go to where they could start monetizing today. So, on average, how long do you normally think that it takes for a person to use the same prompts that you gave them, go create their digital products, get a store set up, and actually start to, essentially make sales? Like, what would you, if you had to give somebody a timeline to hold them accountable to get them to the market fast, what would that timeline look like?
1 hour, if
One
that.
hour. She
Yeah,
said
we
digital product in 1 hour.
absolutely. Like I
I love it.
witnessed people, even that attended different workshops and webinars that I've hosted, you
Yeah.
can literally do it within 1 hour. If you are like going into deep work and you're saying, I'm not leaving this chair until I have things
Mm,
up and ready to go, you
that's
could, to
good.
be honest, like you could do this within 45 minutes to an hour. You could
Yeah.
start anywhere. I feel like right now a lot of people are distracted. So if you pause and mute your distractions and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to follow this basic framework, right?
Mhm.
That Edwina's laid out. I'm going to go learn how to speak to these machines because the machine's holding the monetization, right?
Yep.
Even down to the what you just asked me, the platforms. ChatGPT could even come up with that. And now ChatGPT has something called Agent Builder, which it could actually
Mm.
take and create your digital product within ChatGPT now. So before we had to actually copy the content, go into Canva and create
Yeah.
this beautiful design. So
Yeah.
that's why I say within 45 minutes to an hour. And technically, to be on the real side, you could do it within 30 minutes. And I'm dead serious, right? We just did
Wow.
15 minutes and I was moving a bit slow because I was talking. But imagine having the plug and play prompts to be able, and then telling ChatGPT, the agent builder, now to take what you've done and I need you to create a PDF document that has my brand colors blue, black and white as an example. Drop your
Mhm.
logo in and connect it to Canva, and within like literally seconds you can have a beautiful document ready to go. And then on top of that, you log into your Gumroad account and have it actually uploaded to your account.
Wow.
So there's so much things, and believe it or not, that just changed within last week, right?
Wow.
Crazy
Wow. So
times.
so AI is like improving by the hours. So by the time you even get your product done, it might be even better. All right, cool. So you basically saying, boom, copy these prompts, go ahead, create your digital product, right? You can actually use ChatGPT to go, boom, make me a PDF with my brand colors later. Like like my mind is blown right now because when we was creating digital products, we used to have to talk out what we wanted to be in our book, send it to somebody on Fiverr, get them to take it and transcribe it, take that to another person, get them to format it like pretty much like a ghostwriter and fix it up. Because of course I wasn't talking like a New York's best time seller, but with ChatGPT, I could be a New York's best time seller by just asking it. And then I had to send it to somebody else to design it, and then had to go market it, do all these things, build complex funnels, go market it, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads just to, make it a real business. And you're saying this, I could do this with a $20 a month chat GPT account, a $10 a month Canva account, and I'm pretty sure Gumrobe is free, or a couple of dollars a month. So it's like I'm doing all this with less than $100. I'm creating a digital product business that can make me hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's costing me less than $100. Like, that's insane.
Insane. So right now, like, 5 years ago, we didn't have access to these tools.
Yeah.
So a big thing that always comes back is people are always like, should I spend the $20 on ChatGPT?
Yes, you
Should
should.
I? Yes, you should. Like, if you
Yeah.
actually look at the world right now, the playing field has been leveled because,
Mm,
to be honest, like, this is such a fantastic time for those that
yeah.
get it, because
Yeah.
everybody is literally learning at the same level right now. If you notice,
Mhm.
like, the government's learning, there's nations learning, and everybody's learning at the same time. So I take a step back here. If you have nations like Dubai, and you have the USA, and you have China, that
Mhm.
what we're in right now is an AI war where everybody's trying to be better than the next, right? They're
Yep.
dumping billions of billions in dollars into AI.
Mhm.
My question to you, because we have access to these tools, is what is it to spend $20 a month? What is it to
Right.
spend $100 a month? Like, I don't go back and forth about that. Like, just put it up, because the return on investment is huge. Again, you
Crazy.
can do and be whatever you want to do in this
Mm.
economy right now, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Before, you
Crazy.
may have not have been an expert in fitness. Look, I'm an expert in fitness right now. I just
Yeah.
created an ebook right now in front of your guys' eyes. I'm going to be the next fitness guru, as an example, right? So you can be whatever you want to be. $20, that's nothing. Put it up.
20,
That's like a
20.
that's less than what Starbucks cost on coffee these days. Like,
Right.
$10, that's
Yeah.
two Starbucks coffees, right? And there's
That's
no return
insane.
on investment on that.
No, I mean, that's insane. Like you said, like companies, like government agencies, and like it's countries that's getting involved. Dubai, like hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, trillions of dollars is going into AI, and we get the access to damn near the same tools for pennies on the dollar. Like, you gotta take advantage of that. Now, you talked about the creation, right? Like the 1 hour creation, like getting like going from idea to income, like literally in 1 hour, getting your digital product, putting ChatGPT in agent mode, having it create the whole thing for you, build out your store and everything, which is totally insane. Now, for all of those who need a little hand holding, because this is just was like a teaser of a master class. You do have a training that's coming up. I would like for you to talk about it, just so everybody here could just come to this training and get more of a hands-on, because like, guys, like she's like very hands-on. Share my screen, show you how to do it, so that way you guys could come to this training. It's a live training. You guys could come live, come on your laptop, because as she share her screen, like, you guys should be doing some of these things as she sharing it, and it's live, and it's a crazy experience. But the information that she gives on these live trainings is like absolutely. So, Edwina, I want you to talk about the live training, so that way people who got value from this, they can actually come see you actually put on a live masterclass where they could spend more time, get more value, and then also execute on this information.
Absolutely. So at the beginning of the year, a lot of people go through this tipping point where they say, this is going to be my year. This is going to be my best year ever. I am personally inviting you to join me and make some AI money together. It is a 3-day jam packed AI challenge that's never been done before. And you're going to be able to not just come online and watch me, but you could build with me. And the greatest things is that there's different levels. Like, you could definitely be able to lock in and get these exact same prompts that I just showed you, right? So you could be able to go from ideation one day, in that same day, be able to get an assignment and literally push out a product. We're going to be going through also how could you automate and scale your business, right? It's one thing to just be one person working in the business, but we're going to be also showing you how you could duplicate yourself. We're going to be talking about one of the fastest growing marketplaces right now, which is AI influencers and AI twins. So this is going to be like 3 days nonstop, locked in, and it's absolutely free. Just to give you a little bit of an insight, I'm taking the next 2 decades of my life to be able to educate people on AI, right? So I'm going to tell you right now, you would be out your mind to miss this opportunity of a lifetime, because it isn't a lifetime opportunity where I'm going to be showing you guys my personal signature frameworks, right? That are handpicked to be able to allow you to go from where you are today to be able to leave the 3 day training and know exactly how you're going to monetize. We're going to be going over sales as well, how you could be able to make money off of the items that you've just built. So, again, this is your personal invitation. There is no way you can go into 2026 anymore and say that I don't know what AI is or have fear all around AI. I say education and knowledge is power. Implementation and execution is just that is the key. So we're going to go from the theory, we're going to go from implementation, and we're going to show you how you can execute and be able to shift your whole bloodline and be able to become making money makers in AI. So let's go. Let's go make some money together. 3 days. Let's lock in.
I love it. I love it. And if you made it this far into the episode, you should be looking down in the comments right now. You guys should be joining. It's free to come, right? So like the value is just insane. But like she said, like if you walking around and you don't know what AI is, your kids don't know what AI is. Like guys, we are living in a time right now where you can literally open a app in your phone and create a income like from a app like this. Like you guys got to get these tools. You have to get these resources. There are people literally changing their lives. Stay at home moms, people who was waiting on a 401ks or for them to reach retirement. They are now getting these tools and like, what was I waiting for? Why didn't we have this sooner? So I encourage you guys because I will be in attendance. I will be there. It's something that I believe in. It's something that I endorse. And I believe that AI right now, we're just scratching the surface. Like she hasn't even showed you one of the most powerful things that I think is the AI twins, which I'm pretty sure she's going to break down on there. But guys, like AI has so many levels to it. And what I see is I don't see a lot of people talking about how to monetize AI. They just talk about all these cool things, how you could do photo shoots with AI, how you could fix your hair, fix your background, remove that. Like all of that's fine. But how do we actually get to a point where these tools that we have can actually pay a bill, a light bill, a gas bill, put a savings, a retirement? These things I believe will be the new ways to put our kids through school, to pay for our weddings, to pay off our houses, to do things that we could never believe that was possible. And we have access to these tools. So guys, if you are still here, make sure that you click the link below in the description. I left it there so you guys could show up free. Edwina, I thank you so much for coming and doing a part two of the Masterclass. This was crazy. This was crazy. So, any last words for the people? I'll let you take us home.
Absolutely. You may have missed the internet wave because you were too fearful, right? You may have missed the crypto wave because, again, you were too fearful. You may have missed the Amazon wave, the drop shipping wave. But let me tell you something, you are not going to miss this wave. So at my corner office, my movement is I don't want to leave anybody behind. So that's why I take the time to go through all of this. That's why I host challenges, because I want to make sure that you are not left behind. In the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be two types of people. The one person is scratching their head, wishing that they should have started earlier, right? And then there's going to be another person that actually took the opportunity to learn, educate, and execute. So, my question to you is, which one are you going to be? Are you going to be the 1%? Or are you going to be the 90% of the people wishing that they could have, would have, should have, did all of that, right? So let's level up now. Let's make this your year, right? And going to 2026, being able to know how you're going to be able to make more money, right? That's the biggest thing. So let's go. Let's lock in. Let's not get excited. let's be foxes, which I always love to say, where we move with
Yeah, foxes.
strategy, right? We got to move with strategy. We
Yeah,
cannot be kind of like what we look at as a squirrel, always like chirping around at every little thing. We want to be cunning. We want to have strategy. So why not? Why not take advantage of this opportunity?
yeah, yeah, man, I love it. Again, like I said, thank you so much for coming and do a part two. It's an insane amount of value here. I hope that you guys found so much value in this masterclass. I cannot wait to see you guys on the next masterclass. We have the voice of AI, not one of the best when it comes to monetizing with AI. Make sure you check out the links in the description. This has been another episode, excuse me, another masterclass, part two with the voice of AI. Peace, y'all. Y'all, I thank y'all so much. Like and subscribe to the channel. We will see y'all. Let's go.